St. Francis and St. Clare are great role models for helping the marginalized. St. Francis's life was changed after he met the leper. And many people came from Assisi and the surrounding area and brought their sick to San Damiano and asked St. Clare to bless them and heal them. We know a lot more today about epidemics and pandemics than we did 800 years ago. We're all disinfecting our homes, our workplaces. We're self-isolating and social distancing on a grand scale. Here in this 21st century, we're so much more knowledgeable about the sources of illness, and we're so much better at communicating what to do to lower our risk of infection. Together, we can reduce the number of illnesses and deaths from the virus. The Gospel of John tells us to love one another as God has loved us. What better way to show our love for one another than to help in any way we can during this current coronavirus crisis? Some of us have the resources to take care of ourselves during this crisis, but others don't. People are organizing ways to help our school children who depend on the school lunch program. People are checking on their elderly neighbors to see if they need food or medicine. People are gathering and giving protective gear to our frontliners. And for those who are working in essential services, others are keeping daycare centers open for their children. What a beautiful testament to what love can do. Loneliness is one of the primary side effects of our self-isolation. Can I call or write someone today who I know lives alone? Another side effect can be when our frontliners and essential service providers don't feel appreciated for the sacrifices they're making. They're making those sacrifices so we can get through this difficult time. So what can I do? Be thankful. Say thanks to everyone you see who's still doing their job to keep our country and our world going, from garbage and recycling workers to our scientists who are working for a vaccine. As Scripture says, we're many parts, but we're all one body. We are the hands and feet of Christ, and all of us are needed to do our part so that we can prevent the coronavirus from doing more harm, and so we can get through this crisis. Here at the monastery, we're keeping our paths in the woods open, with social distancing, of course. We're stopping our mail and delivery people and saying thank you for their service and for their sacrifices. To all who call, we're asking how they're doing, listening to them as they share their struggles. We may not have a solution to their situation, but we can listen with love and with compassion. As for the gospel says, what you have done for the least of my people, you have done for me.